Welcome to Level X. Thank you so much for joining. This is Dr. Luke James Masses. And by the way, welcome to March Madness. All right, we're going to talk about March Madness. I know you're probably not a basketball fan. Maybe you don't even know what March Madness is, but you need to find out what is March Madness in your life, in your business, in your relationship. So I'm about to break that down for you here, guys. In case this is the first time you're joining, let me introduce myself to you a little bit. My name is Dr. Luke James Masses. I am your Level X business and leadership coach. My job is to work with you to make sure that you actually reach your full potential in your personal growth, in your business development, or maybe in your leadership of your organizations. So my job, as I said, is to work with you every day to make sure you get that next level. I believe that wherever you are today, that level of your performance, that level of impact, that level of joy and excitement maybe you are experiencing right now, that there is more to it, that there is more you can reach, that you are not the complete product yet. There is so much more that you were able to accomplish. There's so much more that is designed for you, that your life was designed for, and many people are not reaching that. So our goal at Level X is to work with you to make sure you get that. Now, I want to thank you for slowing down and watch this video, because guess what? A lot of people don't actually take the time to watch this kind of videos. All right, people want to watch the cats and want to watch these funny videos and make them laugh, and they're good. So if we so often, I watch a little bit and kind of bring a little bit of humor here, so there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a time where you need to get to the work. You need to get the work done, because nothing is going to change unless you actually get the work done. And this is where we come in, where we bring you the tools, bring you the processes, bring you the motivations, the empowerment needed in order to achieve your long life dream. So I'm so excited you are with us here. Well, I can never go on without really thanking our current fans, those who show up every night to kind of like our videos and bring the comments. We have a lot of people who's been showing up in our Tuesday night Level Export training. This is the platform where I work very close with some of our clients and making sure that they get to the next level. Lots of people have been showing up. Thank you so much. Been getting a lot of comments, also a lot of invitations. Guys, you have been doing this so well. You've been doing me so well. The support, the feedback, the things that we need to improve on. Thank you for all the help. It's just amazing. By the way, our tech team here, Sony and the entire team, Little, all of you guys, look at our lighting much better, our screens much better. We are going places. This guy's been working very hard. If you look at some of our prior videos, my God, they were horrible. Okay, lights were horrible, content were not great. Okay, but here's the deal. This is the beauty of life, of the learning process, is that you don't have to be perfect to begin. You don't have to be perfect to start. In fact, you just need to start, because by starting, you'll become perfect. You see? Okay? If you never start, there's no way you're going to become perfect. There's no way you're going to improve. But if you begin, you get a chance to improve and really get to your level. And everyone is at a different level. So we are still working on it. We're still getting better. We're still improving. Some of the stuff are moving a little bit too slow, but they're moving nevertheless. And that's what it's all about, bringing the joy, bringing the teaching, learning, okay? learning the actual trade, just making good improvements. So today, here's what I have for you here. Now, let me let you into something called March Madness. You probably don't watch basketball, or maybe you fully aware of that. So, listen, if you are, pardon me, I promise you there are some of my audience who actually don't know what March Madness is. March Madness is this moment where, in March, all the college basketball team, some of the best college basketball team, okay, they will come and compete. Usually it's like the top 16, I believe, or it's the top 32, but one of them, right? So they will come and they will compete. These are very best. Those who are winners in the divisions, those who have been doing great in during the seasons. It's pretty much like we would call it like a final 16, kind of like a championship. This is the best. But here's the beauty with March Madness, okay? And by the way, presidents and very famous people will always go at the beginning of the tournament. They will kind of bring in, who is going to win. They will show, who's going to fall into what at the first round. Then when you get to the next one, who's going to be. And then they will try to guess who's going to be the final four, who's going to the championship, and then the final two, and boom, the champions, right? So people are making name for themselves. Like, President Obama was very great at choosing, his final four. Biden seemed to have been very terrible, okay, at choosing who the final four going to be. It's a guessing game. It's you trying to figure out which team is going to win, which team is going to go all the way to the end. And usually you have big teams like Duke and some of the big teams and that are doing very well. But here's the kicker with Final Four. The kicker with Final Four is you never know what to expect. Okay, there's always going to be a team that no one ever heard about who is just going to beat a very big team. All right, like the top seeded number one will get whipped off and destroyed by maybe like 20 something or 30 something seeds. You're like, who beat who? I mean, who is that, right? Or maybe this is gonna be a player that no one ever seen before, never heard of, suddenly took over the entire tournament and become super great and just blow everyone out of the water. Or maybe sometime you might see some coach that are well-known, very respected coach, act up like a fool, do some craziness, get upset. There's always gonna be some surprise in what? In the actual Mad Madness. So this is why people love Mad Madness, because you can't wait to see what's going to go on. You can't wait to see what story is going to follow. They'll call it like the Cinderella story, like a team that shouldn't be here, the team that shouldn't win suddenly start winning. In fact, teams sometimes are just even happy just to make it to the tournament. By the way, I want to go big shout out to Kennesaw State University. If you are one of those Kennesaw State University, I don't know, how do they call them, the Bobcats, or I don't even know, okay, what your mascots are, all right? But anyway, hey, from Georgia here, from Atlanta, I'm excited because that was the first time they actually make it to the NCAA tournament. They fight, the March Madness. But here's the big deal: is that, well, of course they lost in the very first round, first game. But what matters is they made it. Okay, made it. It was a huge accomplishment to even make it to March Madness. So give yourself a hand if your school make it to March Madness, or if you know what March Madness is, give yourself a hand. But here's the lesson here. Why am I even talking about this, bro? I mean, I'm terrible at basketball. I mean, I don't even know the brackets that much. Look, I don't even pay that much attention, except for my sons would always let me know what's going on, whatever, okay? But here's the most interesting thing in March Madness is the surprise element, right? Is the fact that somebody gonna lose in some weird way. Like somebody was doing very great, like, we're really beating everyone else, thought they were gonna be champions today, and then tomorrow, it's an upset, all right? As if like you can never take anything for granted in March Madness. You just never know what kind of surprise you're gonna get in March Madness. You never know which team is going to get dismantled in an embarrassing way in March Madness. You never know which team is going to show up powerful and surprise everyone. So as long as you're playing in March Madness, as long as your team is there is hope. There is excitement, because one never know. But here's the great thing. Sometimes that magic, that surprise, that dagger in the heart doesn't happen until maybe the last 5 minutes. Okay, you might see this team keep on, leading the whole time, and then suddenly, like the last 3 minutes, whoa, the small team, the somewhat not known team took over, got excited, and started shooting like crazy, twists here, boom, they win the game. So when you're watching a March Madness game, you never walk away from your screen just because you look at the score and look at the time, because there's gonna be some madness happening last minute. Now, here's the deal. Don't you feel that March Madness on that tournament, I feel like March itself is the way it is. If you live in Georgia, you may know what I'm talking about. And one day in Georgia, we wake up in the morning, it's like 27 degrees. It's cold, right? You're like, oh my God, I need to put clothes on and do all the kind of stuff. By 11 or 12 o'clock, man, it's dropping pollen like crazy. You can breathe, your allergies going wild, okay? Your car just bombarded, all right, with that green stuff. And then by 3 p.m., it starts getting cold, Okay, it start getting cold, like temperature drop. Well, no, forget it. It was cold in the morning. Now it's warm. It's like you're getting in the 80s. Like, yo, it was like 27 in the morning, and by midday, pollen was dropping left and right. Suddenly, by the afternoon, it's already 80 degrees. Now you think that be it, right? You think we're safe. Oh, no, no, no. There is more coming in. By 9 p.m., 8 p.m., thunderstorm, rains everywhere. Like, yo, like torrent. All right. Okay. And by 11 p.m., back to being cold again, to like another 27. So on those days of March in Georgia or in Atlanta, it's very hard to dress up properly because you never know what you're going to face. You never know what's coming in the weather. But at the same time, too, even when it's cold, you don't want to give up because before you know it, it must be warm again. So this March rhythm, in and out, looks like you got it, but suddenly you don't have it. Kind of like what happened in March, and again, that's because you kind of you're wrapping up winter a little bit and kind of moving into spring. So you're not in winter, you're not in spring. So both temperature is kind of pushing one another, creating this dynamic of in and out, there, not there, great, terrible kind of weather cycle. But why am I talking about that even more importantly? Is because in our lives, in our businesses, in our relationships, doesn't it feel like sometimes we are experiencing madness all over again, almost every month? Right? It seems like we are sometimes in a situation where one moment you saw it, one moment it looked great, one moment you see your purpose, you see your vision, you're on top of it, you're excited, you're moving. Bro, I mean, you're like stuff of legend, man. I'm like, let's go, Sony. We're about to get them. Man, things are happening. Your program is coming up. People signing up. The excitement, everything is moving. And then, like, maybe a week later or 2 days later, everybody's starting to backtrack a little bit. You're not having much people anymore. People's giving you negative feedback a little bit. And suddenly you start being unsure of yourself and not so sure what to do. Okay? Seems like it's gone. It was here, it's gone. Or maybe there was this month you were really on top of your productivity, you were disciplined, you didn't miss no time at work, bro, you worked on your program, your plans, things were moving, business were moving, you calling, you marketing, and then next month you think you're going to increase that, and no. Now you've been, you're doubtful, you've been gun shying a little bit, you're not so sure, you even were asking yourself, do you even want to do that? Sometimes you started this program, you worked on it, you did the PowerPoint, you prepare the content, and you do all this kind of stuff thinking you're ready to launch. And then by the end of the week, you got distracted, you feel overwhelmed, you're doubting whether this is going to work, would anybody want it, your mindset starts changing, then you're losing confidence. Guess what? You're giving up. Or sometimes it's just like you feel tired, you feel discouraged, you just don't feel like moving forward again. That's what I call madness. Is this up and down? Is this that in and out, this clear and then lost, this very vivid and then suddenly dark, this I can do it, to like, oh my God, I can't, to man, I'm powerful, then to like, oh, I'm a mess, to things are great, that's the I get my best girl and my best relationship to, oh my God, who did I date? Who did I marry? Or to make great kids, amazing, oh my God, what happening to my children? It seems like life is always throwing this curve, these twists and turns, this up and down, in and out. See it, don't see it anymore. But that is much madness in life. But that is the journey of life also. So when I say welcome to March Madness, I'm going to say welcome to life. Welcome to where nothing stays the same. Just like Atlanta, man, for the weather around this time. Okay? Sometimes you start the morning great, with great expectations. Ready to record, ready to put your content, ready to move. And then by 12 you try, turn, lights won't work. Oh my God, my system won't work. Oh, it was working yesterday, now it's not working. There is always something coming to your life to throw you off your journey, throw you off your destination, get you worried and get you distracted into the things, the elements that are changing. That's life. Friends you used to have were supporting you, suddenly feeling a bit more jealous and decided they're going to leave you and do something else. That distraction, that coldness comes in. Right? People you think you can rely on suddenly not being so reliable again. That's that coldness. That's that rain. You get me? So that is March Madness. But here's what I'm going to say to you is the secret into winning March Madness is not who you are. It's not what number you were ranking before. No. The only secret to making to March Madness is to stay and keep on playing. As long as you keep on playing, as long as you're on the field, as long as you're on the court, you keep on playing, there is always a chance you're going to overcome the ups and downs and magic can happen. Even though you may be down by 20 points, 30 points, doesn't matter. Keep on playing, keep on shooting, because remember what I told you, sometime in the very last minute, when everyone is ready to give up, when people start working out the stadium or working out the court, this is, my friend, the time you hear the great news that the team has come back and run the game. So what I'm telling you, as we get into March, the first quarter of your year is just being completed. The first quarter of your business is being completed. The first quarter of your personal life is being completed. And I bet you a lot of the things you said you were going into accomplish in first quarter did not happen. Okay? Or if you thought you were going to do 100 for the year, you should have been at 25 now. You're probably not at 25 if you be honest. All right? Meaning a lot of things you think by now would have been almost done, some of them you haven't even started yet. And you're asking yourself, man, do I need to give up? Do I need to stop? Is it not for me maybe? All right? Could I be this is not for me? Let me tell you, it is for you. It's March Madness. It's coming in the very last minute. So here's 3 things I want you to do to make sure you survive March Madness in your life, in your business, in your practice, in your family, in your relationship, right? First of all, I want you to get very close to your why. Don't forget the reason why you're doing this. Don't forget why you started this. Don't forget why you made it to the court. Don't forget the journey, the pain, the training, all these things. You didn't get here by accident, man. You've been working hard. You've been practicing. You've been learning. You've been taking courses. You've been doing all the hard work. Now it's time for you to deliver. Just being in March means that you have made it to the finals. Remember, not everyone make it to March Madness. There are plenty of teams. Only 16, I believe, or is it 32 who's going to make it? So if you're here, kudos, congratulations. You've done some great things. So you can't just give up now because you never know what's going to happen in the last minute. So remember why you were here. Remember the mission you have. Remember the decisions you made. Remember how important it is. Who's relying on you? Your family is relying on you. All right? Remember that God is to put this thing in your heart to do it. Remember that you promised yourself that you are going to do this. So remember a big reason. Because without the great reasons, without remembering why you do this, you're going to kind of get rattled a little bit and kind of give up when you look at the scoreboard and see you down. Okay? The second thing I want you to do to really get over March Madness is to remind yourself of your identity. That's big. That's huge. Okay? Some of the teams, the reason why they never give up because they remember who they were. They remember that they didn't get here by being losers. Even though no one knew about them, even though they may not be big name schools, but they did not get here by favors. They worked the butt off to get here. They kicked some butt to get here. So same with you, man. To get here, you didn't just show up here. You didn't just start it. Well, you've been studying. You've been putting in the work. You've passed some tests. All right? You've done it before. You've been successful at things already. That's how you get to be here. So remember your identity. Remember you are not, say that to yourself, man. You are not a person who gives up. You are not a person who gives up. You are not a person who quit. You are not a person who decides that I'm not going to continue. In fact, you are someone who never give up, who keep on going no matter what. That's your identity. That's who you are. You're a champion. You in March Madness. So you can't give up now. Remind yourself of who you are. Remind yourself of your capability. Remind yourself of your past and the success you had before. And to let you know, no matter how bad it is, how cold it is, how terrible March Madness is happening, whatever the month is thrown at you, you can get to your destination. Because you've done that in the past. You've got this. Okay? And here's the third thing you're going to know is to really commit yourself to small steps of self-discipline. One of the reasons why so many people really messed up and give up is because they looked at the task. They looked at man, the team in front of them. They look at the mountain, the challenges, and they give up. Because just because they can't see clearly, they stop. But I said to you, just take one step. Take a small step. Take a phone call. Make a phone call. Read one chapter, right? Write a couple of pages. Hey, do 30-minute exercise. Hey, eat a little bit better. Just do one small, even though you don't have the courage to go all the way yet. Even though you have not seen the full thing yet. Even though you're not clear what's going to look like for you. Even though it's cold now. Just do the one thing that you can do. While it's cold, you have to stay inside and March Madness. Guess what? Make a phone call. Read a little book quickly. All right, call a few clients. When it gets warm, stay inside again. Do a few more videos. Create a few more contents. So that no matter what, you're making small, slow progress. No matter what. This is the secret of March Madness. One more shot. One more threes. One more 2 points. Doesn't matter what the score is. Even though they up, down 50 points, down 30 points, doesn't matter. It's March Madness. Keep shooting. Keep throwing the ball. Keep dunking. Keep defending. One more. Before you know it, who knows, in the last minute, you might find yourself face to victory. A lot of people give up. A lot of people don't keep going. A lot of people turn down. A lot of people go around mainly because they look and they get discouraged. They see the big stuff that is in front of them. They're like, oh, I don't know how to do it. Or they get discouraged because suddenly it's down. Suddenly things goes down. Suddenly they don't see their way. But to really win in life, you don't have to see your entire way. The entire way does not have to be clear to you. All you need is, do I see enough to take one step forward? And do I believe that as a person, as an identity, I'm not one who quit. I'm not one who give up. I'm not one who stopped in the middle of the road. I keep going the way to the end. And as I remember, why am I doing this? Who's waiting for me at the end? Okay? Who's relying on me to create this for them? And the passions and the impact I want to make, nothing will stop you. Not even March Madness. So I'd like to say welcome to March Madness, but more importantly, welcome to life. Because life is madness. But what's important, what's so sure, is no matter what the journey looks like, the destination will remain the same place. And one step at a time, surely you will get there. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining World March Madness. Thank you for sharing this video. Thank you for liking it. Please put your comments and let us know if this is good. Is that resonating to you? Do you just find out what March Madness is? Was my history lesson was good? Or am I off on the number of teams? Please let me know how we're doing. And don't forget to actually share this with one of your friends, okay? Because you may have someone who's discouraged, someone who's not feeling well. Let them join the Level X movement. There are a couple of ways you can join us. You can go to our Level X Success Blueprint Facebook group. This is where we spend more time again working with our people. Go to Level X Success Blueprint on Facebook group. You can join our YouTube channel, which is Level X Success. Again, that's very cool. You can join us there. We have stuff on Creole and in English at the same time there. And lastly, you can always check out our private coaching training, our Level Expo, www.levelexpo. This is where we get our paid members, those who want to go even further, deeper into the development to get to that next level. I am so excited you have decided to be part of us. But until then, don't forget to take one step toward your Level X, because there's always another level for you. So keep rising. Thank you. I'll see you again.